It's always amusing, isn't it? A man who gave us a PG-13 Mortal Kombat, one of the most violent video game franchises of all time, and whose one major R-rated film had scenes cut for being too disturbing, turns out to be the guy behind what might be the best sci-fi horror movie of the 90s. Event Horizon was ahead of its time, and like so many things ahead of their time, it was punished for existing. Let's not forget, this is a movie that bombed at the box office, was butchered in the editing room, and still managed to gain a massive cult following years later. Fans have been begging for a director's cut, studios kept acting like they couldn't find the lost footage, and in the meantime, every attempt to spin it off into a series quietly died in development hell. Because of course it did. This is Hollywood, or as I prefer to call it, Hollyweird, where good ideas go to die and bad reboots get greenlit because someone on the boardroom diversity panel said it would look good in the ESG report. Every attempt to resurrect Event Horizon has met resistance. Whether it was the planned Amazon Prime series or previous comic pitches, nothing stuck. But now, nearly 30 years after the original film hit theaters and disturbed a generation of VHS-loving weirdos like me, something is finally happening, and it's the stuff I live for. Not on the screen, don't get excited, but in the form of a comic series. Welcome to the Snake Pit, where we're full of bile and venom. I'm your host, Snake Daemon, and today we're taking a dive into the blood-slicked, sanity-warping bulkheads of the Event Horizon. And yes, we're finally getting a prequel. Not a reboot, not a remake, a damn prequel. It's called Event Horizon Dark Descent. And for once it seems like someone out there gets it. This 5-issue comic miniseries is set to launch in August, and it aims to explore what happened to the original crew of the Event Horizon before the ship turned into a floating, haunted house of hell. Written by Tristan Jones, that's the same guy behind Batman City of Madness, and illustrated by Tristan Jones with bloody good colours from Pip Martin, this series is pulling no punches. They're leaning into the hard R promise. And let's be honest, if you're not going hard with an Event Horizon story, then don't bother. It's a weird feeling hearing the words official prequel to Event Horizon without immediately expecting disappointment. But Tristan Jones sounds like he understands what made the original so special. Psychological horror, Lovecraftian madness, and gore that left you wincing in the best way. He's teased big, gory swings and demonic forces led by Paimon. Yes, that Paimon, eyeless king of hell, and claims you'll never see the film the same way again. Good. That's the only way you honor a legacy like this. And yes, it's being done in collaboration with the original team, which is a rare phrase in 2025. Usually it's the original team wasn't interested. We took it in a bold new direction. Or worse, we gender-flipped everyone and made the ship non-binary. But now, here we are, decades later, and we're finally getting answers. Captain Killpack's doomed journey, the moment that ship jumped into literal hell. This is the meat we've been starving for. And while comics aren't always the medium with the largest reach, they're where the real risks are taken. With Ward's writing and Jones's art, if Alien's defiance is any indication, we're in for some deliciously twisted visuals. Now, let's be honest, Event Horizon is the perfect IP for this kind of treatment. That film was Alien by way of Hellraiser, and it came out at a time when audiences weren't ready to see Sam Neill rip out his eyes and invite everyone to see what he sees. I watched it way too young, along with Aliens, Alien, Little Shop of Horrors, and endless hours of Doctor Who. And while the rest of the world was clutching pearls, I was rewinding the VHS to see that hell montage again. So yeah, I bought the tape the moment it hit shelves. And while Event Horizon deserved a bigger stage, it became what so many genre films dream of, a cult classic that lived long after the studios tried to bury it. But still, we're missing that series Amazon promised. Remember that? The one that slipped into a black hole so deep not even a Paimon summoning prayer could yank it back out. I'll be covering that situation soon, but for now we're stuck in the comic book zone, and honestly, I'll take it. What I'd really love is to see Dark Descent become the blueprint for a proper on-screen continuation. Not a modern reimagining, we've had enough of those, but something that honors the mythos. You don't need to explain every corner of hell, but expand on the ship's legacy, the way it affects the minds of every crew that comes aboard, the echoes of pain and madness left in its wake. There's still so much meat on the bone, and this comic might just crack it wide open. So, to the sadists, sci-fi, sickos and horror hounds out there, August 20th is your date with Doom. Event Horizon Dark Descent might not be the film sequel we were promised, but it's finally throwing us into the black hole that's been whispering to us for decades, and if it lives up to even half of what it's teasing, I'll be the first in line to buy every issue. And as for that long-lost series, I'll be back to drag that rotting corpse into the light soon enough. Until next time, where sanity is optional, blood is mandatory, and Hollywood execs still don't know what to do with a good idea unless it comes with a cape or a reboot contract. Catch you in hell. Thanks for dropping by the Snake Pit, where we thrive on untapped potential and lost opportunities. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell like the video, and leave your opinions in the comments, where naturally I won't read them. Until next time, stay venomous.